semiconductors. Is it right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So in the today's class, we are going to see about drift and diffusion currents. So what is mean by drift and diffusion currents? So according to the law of electrical neutrality, we got the equations. The law of electrical neutrality is what the number of acceptor ions and the number of donor ions. We got the relationship. So what is that relationship? N plus Na. The net positive charge is equal to net negative charge. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So that means what here? The acceptor ion concentration, whatever we are going to have, as well as the electrons, number of electrons, both are having negative charge. So this is going to be a negative charge. And similarly, the holes having positive charge as well as the donor ions is having positive charge. So the net negative charge is going to be equal to the net positive charge. That is the statement what we are getting from the law of electrical neutrality. Okay. So in a p-type semiconductor, if we are going to take in a p-type semiconductor, we are going to have a hole. For each hole there is an associated with an acceptor ion. Is it right? The holes is there. For each and every hole, an acceptor ion is going to be present. But these are immobile ions. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, we are going to have n-type material. So in the n-type material, we are going to have each and every free electron will be there. So for generating each and every free electron, it can able to donate an ion. So we are going to have a donor ion associated with each and every free electron. So like this, p-type and n-type materials is going to be present. Okay, now we are going to see drift and diffusion currents, very important concept. Okay, so what is mean by this drift current? So the drift current will occurs due to potential gradient. Okay, so whenever we are going to applying an electric field, external electric field, this drift current is going to be occurs. Okay, so mainly the drift current is going to occurs due to potential gradient. And when this potential gradient will occurs, when we are applying an electric field. Okay, so this is called as a drift current, and this drift current generally we are going to be represented with J is equal to the drift current density is going to be equal to J is equal to NQ mu into E. That is called as sigma into E. So already we have seen the relations how this sigma is going to be equal to NQ mu and the electric field. Is it right? Yes or
Yes,
no?
sir.
Yes, sir.
So the drift current density is going to be equal to NQ mu into E, where N represents the number of electrons and Q represents charge of the electron, mu represents mobility of the electrons, and E represents electric field. Okay, so this is called as a drift current. So which is going to occur due to potential gradient. Okay, fine. And with respect to change in the distance, it is going to be changes. And what is mean by diffusion current then? So this diffusion current is not going to be occur due to the presence of external electric field. So when an electric field is going to apply, then a potential gradient is going to occur. Therefore, a drift current is going to be occur. Okay. So, but coming to the diffusion current, this diffusion current is not depending upon the electric field. Okay. So this diffusion current is occurs due to the movement of charge carriers from higher concentration to lower concentration. Okay, so the process of moving charge carriers from higher concentration to lower concentration is called as diffusion current. Higher concentration to lower concentration is called diffusion current. Okay, that means what here in p-type material I am having the majority carriers are holes. Okay, so coming to this material, I am going to have a p-type material like this p-type, and here what is going to be happened, coming from the p-type, there are more number of holes are there. Is it right? There are more number of holes is going to be present at p-type material. And for each and every hole, an acceptor ion is going to be associated with it. Is it right or not?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, in n-type material, there are more number of electrons. So these are electrons, and here I am representing that holes. Okay. So what is going to be happen whenever a PN junction diode is going to be formed? When a PN junction diode is going to be formed, so what is happen here? There is an higher concentration of holes are present in the p-type. Similarly, high concentration of electrons is present on the inside. So due to the concentration gradient, what is going to be happen? There are more number of holes are present in the p side. They want to move to the other side. The holes will want to move to the lower concentration level. Okay, from p side to n side. Similarly, the electrons, whatever it is there on the n side, they want to move from higher concentration to lower concentration. Okay, so that means what? Due to the concentration gradient, what will happen? Wherever the concentration is low, to that side the holes will move from p side to the n side. Similarly, on p side there are less number of electrons is going to be present, therefore the electrons will move from n side to p side. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now what is going to be happen, like for an example, if we are going to take a high building over here, and here there is a low of water tank or mud we are going to have. Whenever any heavy rain is going to be occur, whatever the water is present over near the building, it will automatically flow towards the mud. Why? Because the mud is in downward direction compared to the building. Is it right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So the water will always move towards the downward side. Wherever down there is a less height, in that less height distance direction only the water is going to be flow. Similarly, here also the holes will having high concentration on the p side. They want to move towards the n side. Similarly, the electrons which are higher in concentration in n side, they want to move towards the p side. So like that, what is going to be happen? A diffusion current is going to be occur. So this diffusion current is called as a concentration. This diffusion current occurs due to what? What is the major reason for the diffusion current? Due to concentration gradient. That means the concentration level is different. Very important point. So in IAS exams and in last 10 years before gate exams also they are asking. So the diffusion current occurs due to option E concentration gradient, option B electric field. So due to temperature, like that they are going to give different options. Okay, so the mainly the diffusion current occurs due to concentration gradient, and with respect to distance x, the number of holes is going to be different. So that means, see here in the p side, if you are going to take, so on the p side if you are going to take here p and n, So this is P and this is N. Here, let it take this is distance X towards N side, and here this is distance X towards P side. So here there are more carriers or what in the P side? The majority carriers are what? Holes.
Hole.
So these holes will move towards the N side like this. So this is at X is equal to 0. So this junction is X is equal to 0. Okay, ma? So the junction point is X is equal to 0. So what will happen is as the holes are moving towards the N side, there are more number of holes present at the N side whenever it is moving. But as the distance X is going on increases, what is happened? The concentration is going on less. So that means movement of holes from P side to N side, it is going to be very less as the distance X towards the N side is increasing. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So like in water dam, we are going to have a water dam, water bridge. Okay. So we are going to store the water beside the dam, and here we are going to have different gates. Is it right? So whenever we are going to flow this water, whenever one gate is going to be flown, whenever only one gate is going to be open or two gates is going to be happen, a high flow is going to be taken place in this direction here at the starting point. Is it right or not? But as the distance is going on increasing, what will happen? The flow rate is going to be decreases. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, the same example here also, when the holes are moving from P side to N side at a distance X is equal to 0, that means exactly at the junction between P and N side, there are more number of holes will diffuse from P side to N side. But as the distance X is increasing towards the N side, the holes concentration is going on decreases with respect to distance X. So that's what we are calling it as represented with dP by dx. That means what? Change in holes concentration with respect to change in distance. Change in holes concentration with respect to change in distance. Okay, similarly, or towards N side, here at the junction, more number of electrons is going to be present. But as the distance X is going on increasing towards P side, what will happen? The electrons concentration is going on.
Concentration decreases.
Decreases.
Yes. So the electrons concentration is going on decreases, and it is represented with what? dn by
dN by dx.
dn by dx. That is change in holes electrons concentration with respect to change in distance. Change in distance x. Okay. So that like that, there is a diffusion, and diffusion current is going to be happens due to the concentration gradient. Now we want to calculate what is the current density due to holes. What is the diffusion current? What is the diffusion current density due to holes? So that is going to be expressed with a relation. The diffusion current due to holes is represented with J is equal to minus Q dP into dP by dx. Okay, we'll explain why we got this expression. Similarly, the diffusion current due to electrons is given by J is equal to plus Q into dN by dx. Okay, so if we are going to observe, the expression minus Q dP by dx. So what is dP by dx? Just now we have
Change in
seen
hole
change in
concentration
holes
with distance.
concentration with respect to change in distance x. So where dP is a diffusion constant due to holes. Okay, and Q represents charge of the hole, and I have taken the minus sign here. Why we are taking the minus sign? See, whenever Oh, here we'll take the another slide. Okay, here I will. So I'm taking N side. But here already we know that on the P side the majority carriers are holes, and towards N side the holes are more in number. So as the distance x is going on increases. So that means what is happened here, the holes concentration is exponentially decreasing towards N side. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
The,
Yes, sir.
towards N side the holes concentration is going on decreasing. So whenever the holes concentration is going to be decreases, what about the current direction? Already we know that the current is always in the direction of
Opposite to the direction of.
electrons. We can tell that the current is in the direction of opposite direction of electrons, or it is in the same direction of holes. Is it right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So that means what? As the holes is going on decreases, as the holes concentration is going on decreases with respect to increase in distance x, we are writing a minus sign here. Why? Because the current, whatever the current that is going to be flown, the current is also decreasing. It decreasing. Is it right? Why? Because the holes concentration is going on decreases. Yes or no, ma?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So similarly, if we take the diffusion current due to electrons, if I am going to take the diffusion current due to electrons, so N I am having majority carriers or electrons, and towards P side, if I am going to take, so at last it is going to be X. So what is happening to the electrons concentration? The electrons concentration is exponentially decreasing. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Electrons concentration is decreasing. Okay, but what will happens to the current direction? As the electrons are decreasing,
Increases.
the current direction is going to be increases. Why? Because the current direction is going to be opposite to that of the electrons flow. So that means what can I tell? The current is going on increases. Yes or no? So
Yes.
therefore we are representing a positive sign here. Is it clear, ma?
Yes,
And
sir.
dp, yes, where dp represents d suffix p, that represents diffusion constant of hole, and d suffix n represents diffusion constant of electrons. Dp and dn are what? Diffusion constant due to holes and electrons. Very important. What is the diffusion current due to holes as well as electrons? Okay, and already we know that the drift current, we have written the drift current formula is what? The drift current formula is nq mu e. Drift current formula is nq mu e. So where we are going to write the current, drift current density due to electrons, it is going to be what? Nq mu n into e. This is what? Drift current density due to what?
Electrons.
Electron.
Electrons. Similarly, what is the drift current density due to holes?
PQ mu NE.
Mu p. It is mu
UP.
p.
Okay.
Holes. So that is going to be equal to what? Where Jn represents the drift current density due to electrons represents nq mu n e. It is a summation of drift current plus diffusion current, kadamma. Is it right? Yes or no? It is a summation of
Yes.
drift plus diffusion. So that means I want the drift current due to electrons as well as diffusion current due to electrons. So I got the drift current expression. due to electrons. So what is the diffusion current due to electrons? What is the diffusion current due to electrons? What is the
Q
expression?
into
Q
D.
into dn to dn by dx.
Yes, Q into dn by dx. So this is diffusion current due to electrons. Similarly, what is the total current density due to holes? It is
P q mu p into E plus minus
plus or minus
minus
minus q
minus
into
Q dp
dp
into
dp by dx.
dp by dx. Okay, so this is the total formula for representing the total current density due to drift current as well as diffusion current. So what, how this formula we got? So Jn represents what? Drift current due to electrons as well as diffusion current due to electrons. Jn represents drift current due to electrons, diffusion current due to electrons. Jp represents diffusion current due drift current due to holes as well as diffusion current due to holes. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So then what about the conductor? In conductors, which current is going to be happen? So in semiconductors, we come to know that there is a drift current as well as diffusion current. What about the conductors? What happens in the conductors? So make a note. In conductors, we have only drift current. Is it clear? Why? There is no concept of holes. Is it right? So all are electrons. So whenever in a conductor, all are valence, whenever we are going to, there is no energy gap between valence band and conduction band. Whenever we are applying an small amount of electric field, it is more than enough to make all the valence electrons to become as free electrons. Is it right? Yes or
Yes,
no?
sir.
Yes. So therefore, very important concept in semiconductors only we are having a current called as drift current and diffusion current, but in the conductors we are having only drift current. Okay, very very important point. Fine. So on this we will solve some problems on drift and diffusion currents. So the diffusion constant for holes. So this is a previous gate question. The diffusion constant for holes in silicon is D equal to 13 centimeters square per second. What is the diffusion current? What is the diffusion current in the gradient of okay, dp by dx is equal to minus 2 into 10 power 14 holes per centimeter cube per centimeters. Holes per centimeter cube per centimeters. So they are given the formula. The diffusion constant for holes is D. So that means what is the data they have given? The diffusion
DP.
constant dp.
dp.
So diffusion constant for holes they have given, and dp by dx also they have given, that is minus 2 into 10 power 14. So what is the question he is asking? The diffusion current he is asking. So diffusion current in the sense we are representing as Jp only. Why? Because we are not representing any area. So directly we are representing with diffusion current density only. So what is the formula we are having for diffusion current density? Minus q
Minus
Q
q
dp
into
dp
into
DP
into
into
dp
DP
by
by
dx.
DX.
yes, minus q dp into dp by dx. So where minus sign q represents what? 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs. And what is dp value? 13 centimeters square per second. and already it is in terms of centimeters only. So it is going to be minus 2 dp by dx is going to be minus 2 into 10 power 14. So what is the answer? It is going to be how much the answer? 4.1326 26 into 1.6 almost 4.16 you will get 4.16 into 10 power minus 4. Current per area J is equal to I by A amps per centimeter square. Check out whether you got this answer.
Yes, sir, same.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So like this, we can able to calculate the diffusion current either in the terms of volts or electrons. Okay. Right. And similarly, we are going to have intrinsic conductivity also. Intrinsic conductivity and relation between intrinsic conductivity. Okay. There is one very important table we have to know. Is what is its atomic number and all. Okay. We'll write that one also. Okay. Suppose if we are going to give any make a note, so very important formulas. So suppose if I want to calculate a donor concentration or acceptor ion concentration, so how to find out the donor concentration? So the donor concentration is represented with what? N suffix D. The donor concentration is represented with N suffix D. So they are going to give only the total number of atoms per centimeter cube as well as doping ratio. They will give only the total number of atoms per centimeter cube and doping ratio. So what is the formula to represent to calculate the donor concentration is the donor concentration is equal to the total number of atoms per centimeter cube into doping ratio. So the doping ratio already we have told in the last class. What is the doping ratio for semiconductors, for conductors, and for insulator? What is the for semiconductor for lightly doped diode, medium doped, and heavily doped? What is the doping ratio? Okay, so we told no. What is the doping ratio? One atom per
10 power 8 for
Lightly
lightly doped
10 power
semiconductor.
8 intrinsic atoms is what?
For
lightly
Lightly doped.
lightly
doped.
doped.
Yes. So similarly, one atom per
10 cube
10,
is heavily doped.
10 cube is heavily doped.
Heavily doped.
So what about mediumly doped? One atom per 10 power 6. So sometimes they will give 10 power 5 also. So it is mediumly doped diode. Okay. So this is called as a doping ratio. One atom per 10 power 8. So one atom per 10 power 8 in the sense we will write it as 1 by 10 power 8. In the problems we have to substitute 1 by 10 power 8. One atom per 10 cube in the sense 1 by 10 cube. So like that we have to mention. Okay. So the donor concentration is going to be how many number of total atoms per centimeter cube is there into how much amount of doping ratio we have been done. Is it clear, ma? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So in a previous IES question, conventional paper, we are writing up to now, we have solved only multiple choice questions in IES. Okay. So now we are going to concentrate on the IES conventional question. That is main paper. So how the question they are going to give. So write the question with me, all of you. The question going to be a long, but the answer is going to be very simple. A pure semiconductor within brackets germanium is doped with donor impurities to the extent of 1 in 10 power 7. to the extent of 1 in 10 power 7, calculate the donor concentration, second one, electrons and holes concentration, all of you written? Donor concentration, second one, electrons and holes concentration,
Yes, sir.
Yes,
and
sir.
third one, conductivity and resistivity of doped semiconductor, conductivity and resistivity of doped semiconductor, and fourth one, how many times sigma is increased in semiconductor due to doping. So due to doping, how many times the conductivity has been increased? And it in the brackets they have given, assume the total number of atoms is 4.421 into 10 power 22 per centimeter cube. That means atoms per centimeter cube. And intrinsic concentration Ni is equal to 2.5 into 10 power 13 atoms per centimeter cube. Mu n, mobility, is going to be 3800 centimeter square per volt second. Mu p, mobility of holes, is going to be 1800 centimeter square per volt second. All of you write the question, make it fast. Completed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, first of all, we have to know the question. What is the question they have asked? So, he is telling that it is a semiconductor material which is made up of germanium material, is doped with donor impurities. Donor impurities in the sense, what type of semiconductor it is? What type of semiconductor? P type or N type?
N-type,
In
sir.
type, sir.
N type semiconductor. So, what is the
N-type.
doping? What is the doping ratio he has given? 1 in
1 in 10
1 in 10
7,
power.
1
sir.
in 10 power 7. So 1 in 10 power 7 he has asked. So now what he wants is, he wants the donor concentration. So how much amount of donor concentration is there? So the donor concentration is represented with what symbol? The donor
ND.
concentration, capital
ND.
ND. ND represents donor concentration. Next question is what? Electrons and holes concentration. Electrons and holes concentration is represented with what? Small p and small n. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
Small p
Yes.
is represents holes concentration and small n represents electron concentration. Okay. Next, what is the third one? Is asking conductivity and resistivity of a
And resistive.
doped semiconductor. Doped semiconductor in the sense what? N-type semiconductor. So for an N-type semiconductor, what is the conductivity as well as what is the resistivity is asking. Okay. Next, what is the fourth question is asking? How many times the conductivity is increased in semiconductor due to doping? So that means what? I want to know what is the conductivity in intrinsic semiconductor also. Then only I can able to know how many times the semiconductor conductivity has been increased due to doping. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So that means here, what are the things I have to calculate? I have to calculate first of all what is ND, that is donor concentration, as well as what is the electrons concentration, what is the holes concentration, and the third one is what? The conductivity due to electrons, as well as the conductivity, the resistivity due to electrons, and what is the fourth one? Sigma I as well as sigma N also I have to calculate. Is it clear? Already From here only I can able to calculate what is sigma n. Is it right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So coming to the answer, what we are going to do, see here. So what is the first one he is asking, ma?
ND.
Donor.
Donor concentration. So the donor concentration formula is what? Nd is equal to total number of atoms per
Total number of
centimeter cube
atoms into doping ratio.
into doping ratio. Okay, so Nd is going to be equal to total number of atoms per centimeter cube into doping ratio. What is the total number of atoms per centimeter cube they have given? 4.421 into
14 into
10
10
to the
power
22.
20.
What is the doping ratio he has given?
1 by 10 power 7.
1 by 10 power 7. So if I am going to solve, only 10 power 7 will go to the numerator and it will become as 10 power 15. So what is the donor concentration? 4.421 into
1 to 10 power
10 power
15.
15 atoms per centimeter cube. So this is the donor concentration. I can able to get easily by using the formula total number of atoms per centimeter cube into doping ratio. But the same thing will be applicable for acceptor concentration also. For acceptor concentration also the same formula. But here in the question what he has to give, if I want to take a acceptor concentration in the place of donor impurities, what it should be present?
Acceptor impurity.
Except our impurities.
Yes. If it is asking acceptor impurities, then I have to write Na. Okay. So like that you can link how the questions they can ask. So what is the second one we are going to calculate?
Electron
Electron
and
and
hole
hole
concentration.
concentration.
Electrons and hole concentration. Already we know that how many number of electrons will be there. It is approximately equal to donor ion concentration. Is it right?
Sir,
So that is equal to how much? 4.421 into 10 power 15 per centimeter cube. Now I want what is the number of holes concentration. So already we come to know that it is an n-type semiconductor. Is it right? It is an
yes, sir.
n-type semiconductor. So if I want to calculate the number of holes in n-type semiconductor, in the sense it means indirectly minority carriers in n-type.
Concentration.
Yes. So minority carrier concentration, that is P suffix n, I want to calculate. I calculate what is this one? N suffix n. Is it right? The number of electrons in n-type semiconductor I calculated. Now I want what is the number of holes in n-type semiconductor. So what is the formula to calculate that? Using
Na
Nice
squared
by
by Nm.
majority concentration.
mass action law. Okay. So using mass action law, P suffix n into n suffix n is equal to Ni square. So already we know that if I want to calculate the minority charge carriers, it is square of the intrinsic square concentration divided by majority carrier concentration. So that is what Pn is equal to. What is Ni they have given intrinsic concentration? What is the value they have
2.5
given?
into 10 power 13, sir.
2.5 into 10 power 13 whole square divided by what is n suffix n? The n suffix n is going to
4.421
be
into 10 power 15.
into 10 power 15. So in the, so what is take what is 2.5 square divided by 4.421. So what is the value you are getting?
1.41 into 10 power 11, sir.
So 1.41 into 10 power 11
Sir.
atoms per centimeter cube. So
Centimeter cube.
this is the number of holes in n-type semiconductor. So whereas the majority carrier concentration I am getting 10 power 15, but here it is only 10 power 11. So the second one also completed. What is the number of electrons concentration as well as holes concentration in n?
సార్ మీ వాయిస్ వినిపించట్లేదు సార్.
So what is the formula for sigma n? Ma? What is the formula for sigma n?
NQ mu n, sir.
NQ mu n. So already we know what is n. What is q also we
Yes,
know.
sir.
What is mu n
Yes,
also
sir.
they have given mobility. All the data we are having ready-madely, ready to cook like that. So we are having all the data. So just we have to substitute and we have to get the answer. Okay. So what is n value? N value is going to be equal to 4.421.
4.421 into 10 power 15.
What is q value? 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 into what is the mobility of the electrons? The mobility of the electrons is
3800 centimeters per whole second.
3800 centimeters square per whole second. So multiply all the values and tell me what is the conductivity due to entire semiconductor. You will get
2.687 more centimeter square, sir.
so per centimeter or centimeter square. Check it out. You will get I think more per centimeter.
Only centimeters, sir.
Yes, yes. So 2.68 mho per centimeter. So that is conductivity. So then what about resistivity? So this is conductivity, ma. What about resistivity?
1 by sigma n.
So rho n is equal to 1 by sigma n. So that is equal to how much? 0.373
37.
37 ohm.
ohm centimeter. Is it right? Mho opposite is ohm and per centimeter it will become as multiplication with centimeter. Okay. So 0.373 ohm centimeter. Okay. So that is the resistivity. Okay. Sorry, ohm centimeter. Next, what is the fourth one we are going to calculate? I want to calculate how many times the conductivity is increased in the semiconductor due to doping. So already I calculated what is the conductivity due to doping. So what is the conductivity due to doping I got? 2.68.
2.687.
Okay, so 2.687 approximately 2.68. Now I want to know what is the conductivity due to intrinsic concentration also. Is it right? In an intrinsic semiconductor also. Then only I can know how many times it has been increased. So therefore, the conductivity in an intrinsic semiconductor is, what is the formula for a conductivity in an intrinsic semiconductor? NiQ into,
Mu n plus mu p.
okay, so this is the formula. So what is Ni? Ni represents 2.5 into 10 power 13 and the Q represents well, what is the answer you got? Well, what is the answer exactly? Sigma I
0.0224, sir.
0.0224.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now what is the question he has asked? What is the question he has asked that how many times sigma is increased in the semiconductor due to doping. So if you take the ratio of sigma n by sigma I, you can get the answer. How many times it has been increased? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So I got sigma I. Is it the screen is visible, ma'am? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So I got sigma I as well as sigma n. So as he is asking about how many times it has been increased, so what is the formula here? The ratio is going to be sigma n divided by sigma I. That is 2.68 divided by 0.0224. So how many times it is approximately? It is
119.
ma'am?
Point 119.6.
So approximately 120 times. Is it right?
Yes.
So that means the conductivity in an extrinsic semiconductor is increased by how many times the conductivity due to intrinsic semiconductor? Sigma. How many times the conductivity has been increased, ma'am, in an entire semiconductor?
120
The
times, sir.
conductivity 120 times. So sigma n is going to be equal to 120 times that of the intrinsic conductivity. So therefore, due to doping concentration, what is going to be happen? The conductivity will be increased. But sometimes it might be increased, but due to some temperature, the conductivity sometimes decreases also. It depends upon the electric field as well as it depends upon the doping ratio. It is going to be dependent. Okay. So, but mostly it is the conductivity due to doped semiconductor will be very high compared with the intrinsic semiconductor, but sometimes it may decrease also. Okay, note down that point. Okay, uh, I can give the, okay, all of you can able to see the screen now. Okay, fine. I will write a question, just solve it now. Okay, so the question is, in IES, previous year IES questions they have asked, so just solve this question. Oh, no, no, in a GATE exam only they have asked them. Okay, GATE exam, that IES question I will post. Now, is it the screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So a pure semiconductor, that is silicon, is doped with acceptor impurities, is doped with acceptor impurities to the extent of, to the extent of 5 impurity atoms, to the extent of 5 impurity atoms for every 10 power 6 atoms. Find its conductivity. Find its conductivity. So you only solve this problem. You just solve me the problem and tell me the answer. Already we told the hint also. Already we have solved the problem also. So solve it and tell me the answer how we are going to get that. So what is the doping ratio? What is the doping ratio, ma'am?
5 impurity atoms for every 10 power 6, sir.
So how it is going to denote? How it is going to denote?
5 by 10 power 6.
Yes, 5 by 10 power 6. Okay, fine, correct. And what is the total number of atoms per centimeter cube? So they have not given the total number of atoms from. Okay, make a note. I will write that formulas also. Make a note. The total number of atoms per silicon. For silicon, the total number of atoms per centimeter cube is 5 into 10 power 22. 5 into 10 power 22 per atoms per centimeter cube. At room temperature, the total number of atoms per centimeter cube, it is going to be 5 into 10 power 22. Remember this formula. I will write the general values of silicon and germanium. We will discuss in the next class. Okay, don't worry about that. So we know the total number of atoms. So what is the only thing we have to calculate first? We have to calculate the conductivity. So what is the conductivity due to acceptor ion concentration? That is sigma P is equal to what? Sigma P is going to be equal to what? What is the formula?
PNQ mu P.
PNQ mu P. That is,
PQ mu P.
yes, PQ mu P. Yes, PQ mu
Sir,
P.
mobility కావాలి సార్.
Okay. Yes, mobility also they have not given. No? Okay. So the mobility of holes is going to be 500. The mobility of holes is going to be generally 500. So write down this point also. Actually, I have to tell these values before only. Okay, no problem anyhow. That I will discuss in the next class. So mu P, you substitute 500 and calculate what is the acceptor ion concentration, Na. Acceptor ion concentration. Na is equal to what? The formula, the total number of atoms per
Total
centimeter
number of atoms
cube.
per second into doping ratio.
Per centimeter cube into doping ratio. So what is the total number of atoms per centimeter cube? It is 5 into 10 power 22 per centimeter cube into what is the doping ratio? 5 divided by 10 power 6. So tell me what is the acceptor ion concentration? Na is equal to
2.5 into 10 power 17.
5 is 25. Okay. So 2.5 into 10 power 22 minus 6.
10 power 17, sir.
10 power 17 atoms per centimeter cube. So this is acceptor ion concentration. So then what about sigma P? What about sigma P, no? That is conductivity due to holes. That is PQ mu P. One second. PQ mu P. So what can I write P? P is approximately equal to Na. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
So that is going to be 2.5 into 10 power 17 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. And what is the mobility of holes? It is 500.
500.
So what is the sigma
20.
conductivity due to holes?
20
Yes.
more centimeter.
20 mho per centimeter. So all of you clear with this concept?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.